What's up, guys, and welcome to my Instagram page / YouTube channel. I'm recording it on both, just like I did last time, because I know you guys enjoyed it when I posted the recap of the live Q&A that I did last time. So if you see me looking back and forth, it's because I'm recording this on Instagram right now. I'm doing this live, but then I'm also recording this on my YouTube channel so that I can upload it next week so that anybody who missed it now can see it then. And I am so excited. Here I am with a live Q&A. I'm going to be doing these every single Friday, questions that you guys have submitted to me, but also questions that I found really personal to me just because they're questions that have come up just throughout the days and throughout the weeks, throughout my life that I'm like, wow, I would really love some guidance or some help in figuring out this question or doing some research. So that's what I do so I can give you guys the best answers that I can. And we're going to dive into a Q&A. My Q&As are designed to be a place where you guys can come and find the support and the help and the guidance and the friendship that you need, because I feel like a lot of Q&As are very boring. That's what I think. And I really don't want mine to be boring. And if it is, please tell me and tell me what I can do to make it better. But my goal with this is for you guys to have a place where you feel supported and you feel like you are welcome to just share what's on your mind in a non-judgmental zone. And I'm here for you to give you advice and support in any way that I can. But I'm also here as your friend to be there for you if you just need somebody to listen. So let me know, how are you guys doing today? And by how are you doing, I mean how are you really doing? It's really easy to have our immediate brain go to, oh, I'm good, I'm fine. But take a minute and just take that deep breath and come to terms with, how am I really doing? Maybe it's amazing, maybe it's not so great, but that's okay. Either way, it's fine. It's important to invite our emotions in so we can have them and we can address them in whatever way they need to be addressed, and either let them pass or embrace it if it's a great feeling. So do that for yourself. So let's start by taking a deep breath in through the belly and exhale. I want to get to know you guys in all of the ways that I can and all of the ways that you allow me into your life. So I hope that you'll do that for me. I certainly want to do that for you and really get to know you guys. I've had some amazing conversations lately. Amazing conversations. You guys are so awesome. Without further ado, we're going to get into these questions. And if you see me looking to the side, it's either because I wrote down the questions and I'm looking over there, or it's because I'm looking at the camera for YouTube as well, so I can be addressing both screens. But since Instagram is my live audience, I want to make sure that I'm reading the comments and getting to any questions that you guys might have. The first question that I actually wanted to address is something that's kind of interesting to me. So somebody asked me, I forget what it was word for word, but it was something along the lines of, why is it that you kind of show up on your live videos and your YouTube videos with primarily your hair in a bun, wearing just like a workout t-shirt or whatever, and not really having any makeup on? And it wasn't addressed to me in an offensive way, and it wasn't addressed to me like rudely or anything, but genuinely out of curiosity. Because as you know, some of the very large public figures out there always have like the perfect face makeup done and, you know, them lash extensions, which are absolutely beautiful. But why do I tend to show up without makeup on, with my hair in a bun, and still confidently representing myself for exactly who I am? The short answer is because I don't care. But to elaborate on that a little bit, the reason that I do that is because I don't want to feed into the idea that you have to look a certain way in order to make an impact. And the impact comes from the things that I say and the knowledge that I share from you, and my purpose and my mission in wanting to help as many people as I can, not in the way that I look. And even though it's more aesthetically pleasing and there might be more people who want to watch me or listen to what I say because I look pretty or I look a certain way, that's on you. But I'm going to show up exactly in the way that I want to, and I don't want to give power to anything that makes me feel insecure. And if normally I don't want to look like this, I'm going to show up and look like this, so I'm not giving power to the thing that makes me feel insecure. Like I said, I don't want to give power to the idea that you have to look a certain way to make an impact in this world. So that's exactly why I show up exactly how I want to. And it's pretty much as simple as that. So I'll move on to the next question. I have a list right here, and I'm not going to make this incredibly long because it's really hot out here, but I'm going to do the best that I can. Okay, I don't want to start with that one, actually. Okay, how to heal my relationship with food. Somebody asked, how do they heal their relationship with food? And there's a lot of different directions you can go with this, especially with it being such a vague question and you not knowing someone's background. It would be hard to assess that for every individualized person. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you one step that you can do to begin healing your relationship with food. And so if anybody is struggling with their relationship with food and they found that they've been sucked into diet mentality for a long time, short period of time, or they're not feeling so hot about where they're at, what I want you to do is go and eat your fear food. Go and eat your fear food. The food that is off limits, the food that you try and avoid, the food that you subconsciously feel guilty about after you eat it. I want you to go and eat that. Why the heck would I tell you to do that? Because you have given power to the food and are allowing the food to dictate how it is that you feel. The first step to taking that back is allowing yourself full permission to eat whatever you want. We always want the things that are hard to get. We always go against the grain. Parents tell us to do something. We do the opposite. So we want to take that power back. And in doing so, you want to take the excitement and that burst of happiness you get because something has been off limits for so long that it's so exciting to get it and you just want to indulge. Because this might be the case for you that you think that that's the last time that you're going to be eating that food. You genuinely think that, and that's a part of the diet mentality again. So allow yourself full permission to eat and eat until your heart's desire. So I wrote down another note here, so I wanted to see what it was just to make sure I'm staying on track with this and not going on too much of a tangent. Yes, take the power away from the food by not seeing it as this amazing once-in-a-lifetime thing or a forbidden thing. Stop making it out to be this godly item. It's easier said than done. I get it, but it's merely just food. And it's going to take one step at a time to showing that you're in control of the food, and no food should be off limits because no food is good nor no food is bad. So I challenge you all to do that. It's a very liberating feeling knowing that you don't have to live with invisible shackles tied to your body and to your wrists at all times. Seriously, guys, that's what I would say to you about that. So the next question is, I've been feeling peer pressured lately by my friends to drink. What can I do about this? It's very easy to get caught up with what other people are doing and wanting to do the same thing. And sometimes even to today, I feel pretty guilty because I feel like I've just turned into that boring friend who all I do is work on business stuff and I don't really have a desire to drink. But I feel a subconscious pressure to do just that when I'm with my friends, or even though, don't get me wrong, I do like going out and drink, but there's still a part of me that feels guilty because I feel like I've changed when no one else has. So there's a lot of different ways that you can approach this as well, but it's all about building confidence and self-esteem in yourself. If somebody is physically trying to get you to do something that you don't want to do, like if they continuously ask you, just take a drink, why don't you just take a shot? You can just respond, and this is something I would do sometimes, is you can just respond in like a funny, kind of sarcastic, joking way and be like, no, I actually don't want a shot. Is that okay with you? Are you okay with the fact that I don't want a shot? You want some of my juice? How about you have some of this juice? You want some of this water? How about you have some of this water? Just take the power away from the embarrassment of the situation by kind of turning it around on them. And you can approach this from a different way too, but that's just one little tip that might be able to help you. Come on, bro, take the shot, take the shot. Come on, girl, drink with me, drink with me. I actually don't want to drink tonight. I'm perfectly happy drinking water, and I'm having a great time. Drinking might make me sick. Are you okay with that? Is that okay with you? Are you not okay with me staying sober tonight? You can just address the situation head on instead of taking that internal guilt. So that's kind of what I would say to that. I can go into a lot more detail about that if you want, but in terms of being peer pressured, it is about confidence in yourself and confidence in your ability to be able to say no and say it proudly. It's okay to be the one person who's standing outside and that's different from everyone else. It's okay to be that person. It all comes down to your perception of yourself and how you handle the situation. So, and it's okay to make a joke out of things and make them kind of funny as long as it's not offending anybody. It's for your peace of mind and your happiness. So you kind of just have to weigh the odds in that way. Hope I'm not talking too fast. If I am, let a girl know. Thank you, Victoria, I'm guessing, and Alex. Confidence is key. 100% agree. And it's all perception too. What do you feel about yourself? What do you believe about yourself? You're totally worth living the life that you want to do. And if you make a decision that people don't agree with, that's a resemblance of their own life and not yours. And that's something that you cannot change. You can't change yourself to make other people feel more fulfilled. And if you can, it's usually instant gratification and it's temporary. It's not permanent. Fulfillment comes from within. It comes within yourself. So I've been doing so well on my fitness journey, and I can feel my progress. I can feel my progress slowly declining. Like it's come to maybe a plateau or it's come to a halt. This could go with eating too. You've been doing so well, or quote unquote well. I do believe balance is key. What can I do about this? Okay, I've been doing so well on my fitness journey, and I can feel myself declining and my progress slowing down. What can I do about this? I experienced the same thing lately. I realized that I was so comfortable with food and having this balance that naturally I let that kind of wean more and more and more to the more processed foods. So having a couple slices of bread turned into like bread, and then some chips, which turned into this. And I was just so happy living my life and having an awesome time. And all of it was coming from a place of love that over the course of like a month or two, maybe 3, of me just kind of living it up and not really thinking twice about what I was eating, I realized that I didn't look the best, nor did I feel the best that I would like to. And I didn't feel guilty about it. I knew exactly why. But there was a part of me that was like, I eat pretty healthy. Yeah, I've eaten a few more processed foods, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to change it. And so the answer to that would be to bring it back to the basics. What do you know? We are so quick to look for the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. More. Silence yourself. Silence that part of your mind. Bring it back down a couple notches, back to the ground level. It's okay to work your way back up to get to where you want to be. We often forget the little tiny steps that make a huge difference, and we want something fast and now, and something that's pretty much 100% non-realistic, which is dieting and which is having this mentality that you have to do so many things. So here's exactly what I did to get myself back on track, and I'm currently in the process of getting myself back on track. I took out my journal. I wrote down, what do I know about health? What do I know works? What do I know? I wrote things down like small tips that I used to do to get me to the progress that I had, and how can I bring myself back to that? Simple things, more water, up the amount of steps I'm taking in a day, focus more on diversifying my workouts instead of doing the same exact thing. And then little diet hacks and little diet tips. So those were just some simple things that I could do. For me, right now it's 5,000 steps a day. I used to do 10,000 steps or more every single day. But I knew that that wasn't realistic for me when I completely stopped walking for a while, and then I sprained my foot so I wasn't able to walk. So for me, a realistic goal to set was 5,000 steps a day. And I'm okay with that because I know that if I increase over time, it'll get me to where I want to be. And I'm not in a hurry. Guys, we are running marathons, not sprints. Quote unquote Gary Vaynerchuk. If you guys know who that is, let me know down below. Do you go barefoot often? Oh yeah, all the time. Except my floor definitely needs to be swept right now, so. But go with what you know. Make yourself a simple game plan. And this goes back to what I was saying for the question number 1. Oh my God, no, it wasn't question number 1. I just uploaded an Instagram photo about what to do when you wake up feeling insecure. Maybe you had too much salt the night before. Maybe you ate a little bit more than you wanted to the night before, or drank too much, whatever. Go read that post right now. Let me know what you think because it's extremely relevant to now. What I say in that post is, if you create this plan for yourself and you fall off, start again. Don't wait until the next Monday. Don't wait until the next day. Don't wait until the next week, the next year, whatever. Start the next meal. Why did my camera do that? Okay. Well, wherever it left off, whatever. if you didn't eat what you wanted to for breakfast. Start again at lunch. Don't wait until the following day and have the mindset of, oh, I blew it anyways. No, you didn't blow anything. No, that doesn't actually make any sense to me. I often find myself having to think, like, talking myself out of that mentality and being like, no, I can start right now. Why blow the entire day when there's no day to be blown? Don't turn a morning or a mere moment in time that you don't want or that didn't benefit you in the best way. Don't turn that moment into an entire day or a week of just freaking off everything. Just keep starting over. Everything is a learning curve. It's only a failure if you see it as a failure. Here's a question I guess is a little more personal to me. What makes you happiest in your relationship? So I'm gonna do this in like a general sense. Like, what makes me happiest in a relationship? Like, things that I just genuinely like and enjoy. Romance, for sure. Hey, my mom just joined. Hi, Mom. Romance, gentleness, closeness. Those are things that I really value. Let's see. The most beneficial thing, in my opinion, about being vegan. Honestly, the most beneficial thing about being vegan is the knowledge that I've learned throughout the process of being vegan. There's so many learning curves, and at first it's really easy to think, especially before veganism was this like big whole revolutionary thing, it's really easy to think that it's impossible and all vegans eat is salad. You would be surprised how many people still tell me that, or how do I eat enough protein, blah, blah, blah. My parents used to tell me that. Mom, I'm talking to you, until they experienced it themselves. But the best part about being vegan is the knowledge involved in it. Learning something new that you didn't know about veganism to begin with. And being able to be creative and experimenting with new recipes in the kitchen. Vegan ice cream, vegan meats, vegan cheese. Anything that you can make made out of meat, you can make the vegan version of it. So it's been really fun being able to find alternatives to things. My favorite mac and cheese is made with chickpeas. I literally make the cheese out of chickpeas. And if you guys want the recipe for that, let me know down below, because I can give you guys a recipe. I just made it 2 nights ago and it was extremely good. What's the biggest piece of advice you'd give your younger self? Honestly, I would tell myself that whatever it is that I'm feeling is temporary, and that nothing really matters as much in the long run as I was thinking that it did. So let's see if I wrote down anything for this. I didn't, but that's honestly what I would tell myself. Everything that I thought mattered so much and that dictated the way my life was gonna go. Actually, you know what I would say? I would tell myself not to rely on external sources for happiness. I find this so often when I was growing up with everybody. We always were seeking validation from things that were outside of ourselves. We didn't know that we create our own happiness. We were always waiting for someone to tell us that we were doing a good job, or someone to like us, or to fit in, or to feel loved, or to feel wanted, or desired, or like whatever. That's nothing that's coming from yourself. Self-love comes from within. Everything that you believe about yourself, all the happiness that you feel has to start from within, or you're always going to be seeking that external validation. So I would tell myself that I need to start creating my own happiness, and no one can do that for me. How do you handle heartache? It's really sad that the best dictator and the best way to just have the pain ease a little bit, depending on the situation, is time. But aside from just time, because that sucks, having people there to listen to the same story over and over. This is a really good time to find people who are genuinely there to be there for you. And even though it's really easy to seclude yourself, I highly recommend that you don't do that, because it's easy to make assumptions in your head and tell yourself these stories and come up with these scenarios in your head. And if you find someone that loves you and is willing to talk to you, make it very apparent to them what it is that you need. And what do I mean by that? I mean that some people might try and give you advice immediately. A lot of people might. Or try and validate the situation, like, oh, he or she was like this way anyways. Oh, they weren't cute anyways. Oh, you're way better than that. That is actually not helpful at all. And it's all coming from a place of the other person not knowing what you need. And if you don't express to them what it is you need, you're not going to get that, and you might not feel fulfilled in the ways that you should be. Obviously, you're experiencing heartache, so you might not be fulfilled in certain ways, but you can tell the people that are there to listen to you what you need. Do you need advice, or do you need someone to listen to you? I know that when I went through my first really bad heartbreak, though nothing made me feel better besides one, champagne, maybe it was wine, and two, sharing the same exact story over and over and over again to my friends. They've heard the same thing over and over and over again, but they were still there to listen for the next time I said it and the next time I had a breakdown. I'm really surprised that they didn't give up on me and get sick of me, but don't automatically assume that. Find the people that care about you and trust you, and yes. Save some for me. No one will ever give you the validation you want. That has to come from within. Yes, it does, Mom. Guys, I think I'm going to end the questions right there just because it is extremely hot outside and everything of me is sweating, and I should probably take a shower at this point. But I'll show you my view really quick and then I'll head out. And if you guys want, well, I'm actually going to be doing one every week, so send in me your questions all week, and then I will be back next Friday with more questions to be answered. YouTube family, this will be up next week as well. Sorry about my video this week taking longer to upload. Hopefully I will have that by tomorrow or Sunday, but things just got really busy. Even though it's no excuse, I promise I will show up for you guys, and thank you for being here for this live Q&A with me. Catch you later. Eat-in proof. Help. It's a sign I shouldn't be eating these right now. I don't care. I don't even care.